Hello, this is Sabika Sayyad and welcome to the print headlines. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay to distribute government job appointment orders to kin of 32 Karur stampede victims. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister C. Joseph Vijay will visit Karur today to meet the families of those killed in the September 27, 2025 stampede at a TVK rally addressed by him. He will also hand over compassionate appointment orders to 32 family members of the victims. The beneficiaries will be appointed to various government departments based on their educational qualifications. Chief Minister Vijay announces memorial for stampede victims on behalf of TVK. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and TVK President C. Joseph Vijay, during his first visit to Karur after last year's stampede, announced a memorial for the victims on behalf of his party. One more body recovered as death toll in Wayanad debris slip rises to 7. Rescue teams recovered one more body from the site of the Wayanad debris slip today, taking the confirmed death toll to 7. The deceased has been identified as Rakesh Guchet, a surveyor from West Bengal. One person remains missing. Kerala High Court directs state to ensure relief of victims in Wayanad debris slip and expedite handing over of bodies. The Kerala High Court directed the state government to provide compensation to victims of the Wayanad debris slip and bear the treatment costs of those injured. The court also asked authorities to hand over the bodies of the deceased to their families at the earliest while search operations continue. Petroleum Ministry says E20 petrol may cut mileage by up to 5% but offers cleaner combustion and energy security benefits. The Petroleum Ministry has said petrol blended with 20% ethanol could reduce mileage by 3 to 5% in some vehicles, but argued that cleaner combustion, lower emissions, and improved energy security outweigh the impact. The ministry also said the program followed years of testing and consultations with automakers. Government receives WhatsApp's reply on notice over username feature. Meta-owned WhatsApp has submitted its written response to the IT ministry regarding its proposed username feature. Government officials have said the ministry is currently reviewing the company's reply. Delhi High Court seeks centre's stand on Ambassador Hotel eviction plea. The Delhi High Court has sought the centre's response to a petition challenging the proposed eviction of the Ambassador Hotel from its premises at Sujan Singh Park. The court has granted the government 3 weeks to file its reply. NGT orders recovery of 2.65 crore rupees fine from BHU for illegally cutting 33 trees. The National Green Tribunal has directed the Uttar Pradesh Pollution Control Board to recover 2.65 crore rupees in environmental compensation from Banaras Hindu University for illegally cutting 33 trees, including 7 sandalwood trees. The tribunal noted that its earlier order had not been implemented. Chief Minister Omar Abdullah says Kashmir not selling Disneyland, protecting lakes, glaciers, mountains, central to tourism plan. As Kashmir sees an upswing in tourist footfall over the years, the Jammu and Kashmir government is looking at new strategies to strike a balance between tourism and ecology in the ecologically fragile region. Chief Minister Omar Abdullah said Kashmir's rivers, lakes, glaciers, and landscapes remain its biggest attraction, adding that sustainable tourism must remain central to future tourism planning. India lays out tariffs and quotas for UK vehicles under trade deal. The centre has notified tariffs and import quotas for British vehicles under the India-UK trade agreement, which comes into force on July 15. Up to 20,000 fully built passenger vehicles from the UK will be allowed annually at concessional duty rates ranging from 30 to 50%. PM Modi leaves for New Zealand after concluding Australia visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi left for New Zealand today after concluding a 3-day visit to Australia, during which the two countries signed a raft of landmark pacts spanning civil nuclear energy, maritime security, and critical minerals sectors. PM Modi is on a 3-nation visit to Indonesia, Australia, and New Zealand aimed at boosting trade, energy, and defense ties. Former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina plans December return with party members for surrender. Former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina says she plans to return to Bangladesh in December along with senior Awami League leaders despite facing a death sentence. She said she was prepared to surrender and face arrest upon her return. International Energy Agency says US-Iran escalation could threaten 2027 oil market surplus. The International Energy Agency has warned that renewed fighting between the US and Iran could disrupt its forecast of a global oil surplus in 2027. The warning comes as tensions continue around the Strait of Hormuz despite recent attempts at de-escalation. Gaza Civil Defense says Israeli attacks kill 6. Gaza's Civil Defense Agency says Israeli attacks killed 6 people across the Palestinian territory despite a ceasefire remaining formally in place. Negotiations towards a permanent end to the conflict remain stalled. Syria says it arrested suspects behind Damascus bombings during Macron's visit. Syrian authorities say they have arrested several suspects accused of carrying out the recent bombings in Damascus during French President Emmanuel Macron's visit. Officials say security forces dismantled the entire cell allegedly responsible for the attacks. Andy Burnham poised to become Britain's next Prime Minister. Andy Burnham is set to become Britain's next Prime Minister after securing the backing of an overwhelming majority of Labour MPs. He is expected to formally replace Keir Starmer later this month. China lands reusable rocket for the first time. China says it has successfully landed a reusable rocket booster for the first time after the launch of its Long March 10B rocket. The milestone marks a significant advance for the country's space program. OpenAI unveils long-awaited super app as rivalry with Anthropic intensifies. OpenAI has unveiled ChatGPT Work, a new AI agent powered by its latest GPT 5.6 model that combines coding, document creation, presentations, and website generation. The company says the service aims to make advanced AI tools more affordable and accessible. Bayeux Tapestry returns to Britain for first time in nearly 1,000 years. The Bayeux Tapestry has arrived in Britain for the first time in nearly a millennium ahead of an exhibition at the British Museum. The famous 70-meter embroidery travelled from France under tight security. Naseeruddin Shah starrer Rahmat to compete at Locarno Film Festival. Filmmaker Gurvinder Singh's Rahmat, starring Naseeruddin Shah, has been selected for the main competition at the 79th Locarno International Film Festival. It is the only Indian film competing for the festival's top honor, the Golden Leopard. That's all we have for you today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest.